am playing Blitz games against Chess24 premium users. To become a premium user, you can go to chess24.com/premium. If you use my bonus code Yanistan, you get 15% off. And even though, of course, Yanistan tends to be the greatest honor out there, we have some other promotions mainly connected to the upcoming Norway Chess Super Tournament, where I'll be doing commentary together with the great Peter Svidler. We have some stuff, like what do we have? If you get an annual membership, you can use this code Norway -2019 for 3 extra months. And there's also this thing where if you get a monthly membership, because you're saying I just want to watch all these video series real fast and follow some of the Norway chess commentary, you can get a monthly membership and then 1 month for free on top with the code Norway -2019 -trial. That's the introduction to our daily installment of Chess24 Shopping Europe. Now let's get to the Blitz. Do we have any people out there? Here we go. Who that? Schubert. What did Schubert do again? Some famous actor? I know, it's a German comedian, I think. Olaf Schubert. I believe he deserves the Trompowsky treatment. D5 is a good move. Bishop f6, both ef6 and gf6 never really appealed to me, but if they play c5, which I believe I also recommend in my video series on d4 junk lines or whatever it's called, then I don't know of any better move than bishop takes f6, and I think this position is pretty much fine for black. Let's play this. I normally go d takes c5 here, but every now and then you gotta mix it up to keep it fresh. Speaking of fresh, I don't feel fresh today. I don't feel very chessy. Which is bad news, because I have the Grand Prix final coming up right after this. There's something on the screen. What could it be? This is mysterious. I will try to approach it, kick it. Here we go. Were you out of book, Schubert? All this composing left you no time for chess theory. Stop making choir music. Is it choir? In German it's Chor. I don't know how it's pronounced. I'm guessing choir. I will try to acquire this pawn, but I'm not sure how to do it yet. Maybe just attack it. Give me that pawn. What's up, chat? Mr. Dodgy is saying, is the chat lacking? That'd be unfortunate. I should open more chats. Chat24 is in the building. Knight c6. Is this pawn coming my way? I feel it's too early. Maybe I should castle. Sorry, I'll go back to the talking thing in a second. All right. C takes d4. I shall recapture. And I still want that d5 pawn, but I have a feeling he's probably going to defend it with some move like e6. When black's position actually looks very healthy to me. I see no role in the events to come for this bishop. So I'll put it on b5 and give it for the knight if I have to. I don't like my position very much here. The one thing I've going for me is that he can't castle queenside so easily because f7 is on prise. So I'll put pieces to the middle, probably go king b1 and then hope that something good will occur in the center. Ugh, all these hectic mouse movements are driving me nuts myself. After all these years, I didn't learn to not do this all the time. Unfreaking watchable. BC, don't checkmate me. I don't want to get checkmated in the first game. Happened to me in the German Blitz Championship already. Makes me very cranky for the rest of the day. I want knight c1, queen c3 is a bit of a downer though. So I'll continue making passive defensive moves. That's how chess is supposed to be played. So what's going on out there? Tell me about the world. Short castles. I will continue defending grimly, Toronto Raptor style. Probably I'm gonna get checkmated after some rook b2. Actually, yeah, that's a fairly likely scenario at this point. Bishop a3, I don't really see a way out. Queen a3, there might be a way out, but bishop a3 looked unpleasant. King a1, this is checkmate, and king b1, queen c3, threatens queen b2, knight d3, rook b8. Well, that was sort of bad news. Now my position is probably still in trouble, but at least I don't see a direct mate. Which, yeah, is something I've grown used to over the years. So, without a direct mate, you know, you go to the movies by yourself. You go watch John Wick 3, sitting all alone in the last row. But still, sometimes a direct mate is not a good thing. Mr. Dodgy Chess is saying, it's pre-recorded. Nah, if it was pre-recorded, you don't think we would have edited this game out? The crack Chess24 editing stuff would have made sure this embarrassment never gets published. Clash City Rocker saying, Raptors gonna win the NBA Finals. You heard it here first. Can't happen, because I bet against our old friend Luke van Vele, and I took the Warriors. I gave him very bad odds, but since he's a gambling addict, he took it anyway. Also, I'm 1/8 Swedish. The only Swedish player in these finals is our boy, Jonas Jerebko. So, of course, I'm Team Warriors all the way. Can I finally checkmate you, Schubert? You've been a nuisance long enough. What did I bet with Luke? I believe I gave him 1.5 to 1, which is still ripping him off, of course, because like the Vegas odds should be like whatever, 2.5 to 1 at least. But yeah, I put up 75 euros to win 50 of his euros, which will happen. Queen f2, come on, resign, sir. Or less. Yeah, that was a bit of a shaky first game, because here, after my prolonged passivity, rook b2, king b2, bishop a3 would have ended the game reasonably quickly. For example, king b1. Now there's a couple ways leading to Rome. One of them, for example, is check and takes, followed by queen b1 checkmate. That would have been unpleasant, but it didn't happen. So I am happy, as you can tell from my face. And is there a way to stay happy? Some non-premium challenges can't accept those, but I can accept our old friend, Perpetual Stalemate. Johan Villamobius is wondering, hi Jan, what was wrong at the start and the finish in Magdeburg? I played the German Blitz Championship over the weekend. I started by losing the first 3 games and then I lost the last 4 games. Which, yeah, I'm not sure what was wrong. I guess it's a combination of age, lack of practice, lack of being used to the 3-2 time control, stupidity, all of those things. Like, the first 3 games, yeah, those were annoying, even though it has to be said, I played a good Blitz player, Grandmaster Roland Schmalz, and round 1 could lose to him even in peak shape, and that took me out of it a bit, and I had never played this 3-2 time control over the board, so took some time, I guess, getting used to it. Still not fully used to it, because it does not allow flagging. And not only doesn't it allow flagging, but also my game, I grew up playing 5-0 Blitz games, is normally based on the fact that I play quickly and put some pressure, sometimes even on the chessboard, early on. And then when they're down to 30 seconds and I have an advantage, normally the game is more or less finished in 5-0. Well, in 3-2 it really isn't, and I found out during the tournament, even later in better stretches, that I'm just very weak when both sides have like 2-3 seconds and live on increment and have to make moves on reflexes. I just wasn't very good at it. So I don't know, it was 29 rounds in a row, and I guess in the end I just collapsed. Lack of stamina. But yeah, disappointing of course. I finished 4th, I believe. I had a good stretch in the middle, but these 0 out of 7 at the start and the end sort of did not help my case. What can you do? I could say I'll practice really hard and be back next year. But let's be honest, I probably won't practice really hard. So I'm not sure. Maybe. Old age is just catching up. As for catching up, Perpetual Stalemate has played the Marocci, and he has caught up in development, but the structure is still, well, he was never behind in development, the structure is still pretty grim for black. I'm a big proponent of the white side of these Marocci binds. Generally, as Josip Dorfman explains much more eloquently than I will now in this new video series we did that's gonna come out soon. In these structures, you go knight d5, it gets taken, you go e takes d5, and there is a weak pawn on e7, which you then attack. And that structural defect is very hard to fix for black, because if he goes e6, d6 becomes a weak pawn. So you need to generate some play early on in order to justify your Marocci, and it's often not an easy thing to do. I'm in no particular hurry with this knight d5 business, or else I had bishop f6, followed by knight d5, which also looked pretty strong. But today I shall play according to Dorfman's method and try to expose this pawn on e7 as a weakness. This knight can't be tolerated on d5 for very long. It's just too well placed. So yeah, it had to be taken, and f6 eliminates the immediate assault on e7, but seriously weakens some light squares around the king. And I don't think b5, even though it's the correct move, trying to get some counterplay, compensates for that. So the next order of business will be to kick away this knight, which is well placed on e5, probably by going f4. Even though after f5 I maybe should have taken a timeout and played h3, because now he has knight g4. That knight g4 takes in f5 also looks good. Now that that has been accomplished, it's time to go to work on these weakened light squares. And as far as I can see, this knight does not have a very bright future wherever it goes, because knight h6, h3, now we'll have to go king h8, knight g8, and hope to make it to f6. But I hope that I can stop it from coming there by meeting knight g8 with g5. Weakening my king a bit in the process, but you know how it is. There's always a price to pay. And as they say, the Gustafsson always pays his debts. No, that was the Lannister. Same thing, blonde weirdos. Alright, now that I've sort of boxed in his pieces, it's time to start using the activity of my pieces to generate some threats. Maybe double on the b file and then go rook b7, rook b8. I also have queen d3, bishop e4. If needed, I'll put the queen here just in case, before he gets any ideas of rook takes c4. And rook b1, rook b8 will still be somewhat tough to meet. Note how my pawnsies are controlling all these squares in the black camp. Okay, enough messing around. Give me all your pieces and the pawns for free. As usual, not very precise execution by yours truly. Still winning, but this could have gone a lot more smoothly in competent hands. Checkmate. John Villanubius is asking, when will the Dorfman video be published? It's mainly on me actually, because I still have to do some post-production thingies, like figure out the correct titles and descriptions for the videos. It will be out before Norway Chess, so my best guess is this week, maybe Friday, but I'm not 100% sure. It's, as usual, Jan is the bottleneck, so I hope it's going to come out this week. Let's play against Peter Zida. Mr. Dodgy is saying, I didn't know you did post-production stuff. I normally don't. Well, Tech Jan is not highly qualified. But since I'm in these videos, I believe that I should be able to add some titles and descriptions and stuff like that. Then again, I'm not sure I am. Make Ellie Giggle Great Again is asking, Jan, why do you always look like you're in pain, even if you're enjoying yourself? I don't know. It's maybe because of my general overarching Weltschmerz that even in moments of temporary joy does not allow my face to display sad joy, but controls all these 72 muscles that would be in charge of laughing and makes them look sad instead. I'm not sure as much I can do about it. Thanks for the question though, make Ely Giggle Great Again, because such uplifting questions will maybe allow me to reclaim laughter, which I'm not sure if you know this, but I did sell my laughter to the devil at a very young age. It's even been depicted in a child's story here in Germany. It's called Jan Gustafsson und das verkaufte Lächeln, where I thought I got a lot of cash for the laughter rights, but turns out life without laughter, it's not as funny. So I'm sort of second guessing that deal as time goes by. Other than that, I wish I knew, just like Peter Zida probably wishes he knew any Tarrasch theory that would have led him to bishop e7 or f6 instead of knight to f6. Fair and Square 63 saying, Jan the philosopher. No. I'm just a chess playing clown. I try not to entertain any thoughts at all. Hein Minton is saying, of course the Germans have a word that literally means world pain. Wow, big expert of the German language. Normally Schadenfreude is the one being brought up here, where they're saying only the Germans can have a term for enjoying the bad fortune of others, because that's not a thing done anywhere else. Who is happy if something bad happens to anybody else? Only the Germans. Always blame the mouse is saying, you sort of sold your laughter to Carlsen. I did? Where's that? Are you implying Carlsen's the devil? Because I just said I sold it to the devil. I don't think I can subscribe to that. Mr. Dodgy is saying, those Germans have a word for everything. Yeah, I was once asked by a girl if I knew every word in the Spanish language. Which I do. But that's a tall order to know every word in any language. It's not easy. There's so many words out there. XYZ Manus ABC is eloquently asking, Gustafsson best player Germany ? No, Gustafsson down to number 3 Germany, but Gustafsson picked up some rating and he will fight Mr. Friedman for that number 2 Germany spot. What's the next month? It's April? No, April's gone already. June is probably the next month. June 1st rating list. Friedman. We will study very closely. And Speckcook is saying, we have a word for that in Dutch too. Late for Mark. Schadenfreude. That's good to know. If we accept Dutch as... Oh, I have to be careful with my words now. As the Bonds coach, I have a responsibility not to insult Oranje in any way or form. I do enjoy Netherlands. It's one of my favorite languages. And I do enjoy this pawn structure against Peter Zida, because he has all these isolated pawns. 1, 2, 3, 4. That sounds like every Ramones song. I'll bring my pieces. Maybe over here. Okay, let's talk chess. I'm gonna win because my opponent is 1500 and I am... Wow, my rating went down. My precious Chess24 rating. And my precious Blitz rating probably also took a hit this weekend. Anyway, I am a more experienced chess player than Peter Zida. And the light squares in his cap will reveal this ugly truth very soon. Now he has to address the threat of Queen h6, which he should do by King g7, and he does to his credit. And now, I don't know, I have to think or not think. Those are usually the two options that I contemplate. And this time around, after some thinking, I will go for knight f5 check. Always blame the mouse is wondering, was Grishuk out of book after queen b6 yesterday? I haven't watched the press conferences. I read somewhere that he said it was an opening catastrophe for him. But I'm not sure what happened, because this line, after he played this rare line of the Grunfeld against Nepomniachtchi yesterday, none of Nepomniachtchi's moves should really come as a surprise. So I'm not sure if he had a Fingerfehler, as we say in German, early on, and mixed up the moves. Maybe he wanted to play rook b1, castles bishop e2, or what exactly happened there. It was a bit confusing. Do you English speakers have a word for Fingerfehler? It's like a slip of the hand, like a hand fart as opposed to a brain fart. Just like King e7 here, because it ran into a knight fork. Knight takes d5, ending the game. Thank you, Peter Zida. Do we have more competition? Well, we have a FIDE master. Maestro FIDE. One trick pony. One trick pony is an expression for only being good at one thing. I'm wondering what one thing this particular one trick pony has up his sleeve. Because if you know someone's a one trick pony, that knowledge doesn't really help you much unless you know what that trick is. He plays a6, maybe that's his trick. It's one of those lines that's always on my to-do list, but who has the time to study the intricacies of CD, ED, bishop somewhere, stuff like that? I'll play this, which is probably a very bad move, but I want to get one trick pony out of book. Maybe his one trick is CD, ED, bishop f4 or bishop g5. And now we have a structure that's very close to my heart after cb6. I was more worried about c5 actually, because it looks like an exchange Slav. And what's more fun than the subtleties of the exchange Slav? Nothing. Our Lambrix is asking, reading any books lately, Jan? Actually, no, I haven't read a book for a while. Like, honestly, normally I read books when I'm on my Thailand getaway, because in this hectic life that I lead, where in the evening you have to rewatch John Wick 1 and 2 to prepare for going to the movies and watch John Wick 3. I just don't have the patience to read books, which in general I think is a big problem in our society. When I was a kid and had no other options, like this is way before Netflix, I used to read books all the effing time. And I believe it was probably good for me. And now I just stare at the TVs and do nothing. I have a lot of books on my Kindle, and I started reading this, what is it? I think it's Benioff, the dude who did Game of Thrones. Many people were very happy with Game of Thrones season 7 and 8, when they were in charge of the writing, and no longer this George R.R. Martin guy. Many people said those were the most stunning seasons when it came to character development and just, good old-fashioned writing. So I thought this guy's a good writer, so I got his book, City of Thieves, and started that. It seems very, very promising, but I have not gotten very far yet. As for the game against One Trick Pony, I'm better. His king is sort of weak, and his light square bishop is sort of silly. So, what shall I do about this betterness? Rook cd1 is a silly looking move. I did it for some reason. I think I was thinking about rook ft1, but then b4 and potential exchanges annoyed me, so I went to d1, cd1 instead. Now, my plan was knight e4, but now that I study it, it looks sort of dumb to allow him to go to this endgame. Therefore, not going to be able to do it. Instead, I shall regret my rook cd1 move and stare at this position with sad, empty eyes for a while before retreating all the way to b1. Drawbreaker saying, please no more Game of Thrones talk. I love it that when you mention Game of Thrones, there's always like 5 people yelling, please don't talk about this stuff anymore. It's the last communal experience we had, which 90% of the people have seen, so it's one topic we can talk about. But there's a very, very vocal minority that gets very, very upset if you bring it up at all. So, apologies, Drawbreaker. Travel Freak 7 is wondering, not a premium member. Go premium, Travel Freak 7. Jan, don't you live with your son or is it daughter? Yeah, who can tell at that age? Babysitting allows reading time, no? I don't know, that hasn't been my experience. Normally, like these kids, they require this thing called attention once in a while. Not that I'm giving it to them, let's not kid ourselves. But somehow, yeah, haven't been getting in that much reading time. But it's not to be blamed on my son and or daughter. It's mainly that I usually don't find the, whatever you want to call it, the right moves, that's for sure. I have to start focusing. I'm getting outplayed here. This is annoying. And when I'm not completely like, what word am I looking for now? No idea. I realized how bad my position was and I started panicking a bit. focused face. My position went from really, really good to really, really bad in no time, which is upsetting. I think I have to eat some more humble pie and retreat all my pieces. I do not really see a scenario where rook h3 check will yield any encouraging results. Okay, are there any more pieces I can move back? The queen can go to e3. After that, I might be running out of retreats. So has the time come for some active moves? Alright, let's do 2 active moves for the record. That's one. I know it's a retreat technically, but it's also an active move. It's attacking stuff and all that. Isn't this wait until you won on time just agonizing? Okay, now your king is sort of in the danger zone, I would say, no? Let's see if I can maybe ask him some questions. All alone in the danger zone. Check. Rook, it's your turn. I'm threatening knight h4 check, so he has no time for rook c1 or rook f2 or any of that silliness. And in general, I could have ended the sentence after he has no time. Queen g3, also a bit of a threat. Therefore, One Trick Pony has to resign. That was a roller coaster of a chess game against FIDE Master One Trick Pony. First I had a good position, then a bad position, then a good position again. Oof, all these swings. Let's stay in Poland and play against Kuba's 92. D4. C4. Cavalier F3. G3. B3. I'm running out of languages here. Loop D2. Paard C3. Castles, what do they do here? Do you go e4 or is rook c1 still a good move? I don't know. In general, in these structures, after d5, cd, ed, I'm happy. If they can get away with knight takes d5, I'm less happy. This is a mainstream theory position. It's not like black is in trouble or anything, but structurally, I find this more pleasant for white. There's certain holes on the queen side. You can castle, bishop f4 or knight e5. If c5, c takes d4, black has an isolated pawn. So, yeah, I always thought it's at least easier to play. Knight c6, so aggressive. I will continue playing in my trade book passive manner. Did I say trade book? I meant trademark. All this book talk. Text mark, trade book. Who can keep track? As for the position, yeah, I feel I've done something wrong. I'm not quite sure what. But now he once again generates more activity than he deserved. Sort of a common trait in my games. I make all these passive moves, and then they start making active moves. It's not how it should be. Still, he does have an isolated pawn, and if there's nothing direct, I should still be okay if I can get in knight a4 or whatnot. But I have to be careful. d4 is certainly an option, after which I think I should not take on a8, but just go knight a4 anyway. Not sure if he can go knight e4. He goes rook c8, knight a4, then he will go knight e4. Maybe it's time to pin that annoying horse, or can take on d5. Knight takes, no time to think about. I'm not playing well. There's no punchline. It's just a statement. Fact. F2 was hanging, so there was no time to grab this guy. Here bishop b4 could have been a bit awkward. d4 on the other hand was my plan to go knight d5, and I was hoping I was still alright. But yeah, bishop b4 would have been very unfortunate. Takes, no? There's some material hanging here. I'm just trying to smell out how to grab it by the pawns. I believe no matter what he does, knight e7 will turn out to be an issue in the end. That is also an issue, but a very different one. That was a mouse slip, believe it or not, while I was contemplating rook c8 or knight e7 first. My opponent offers a draw, which I think I'll decline, because I should suffer the full consequences for my mouse slip and lose. I would do the same thing. So take it. Thanks for the fair gesture, Kubas. 92. Ah yeah, there's no takebacks, so I feel I deserved that loss. Obviously, I was planning to take here first, and after rook c8, go knight e7, and then, while I was wondering if it's maybe smart to go knight e7 first, somehow I'm putting the rook back. Got stuck here, which is a pity. But what can you do? Let me play against an international master. Whoa. Ilya Joker. Has Ilya Joker always been an international master, or was he a FIDE master in the past? If so, congratulations on your new title. If I mixed that up, apologies on my old memory. For my old memory? Whatever. I'm not making sense today. Still warming up. Sorry, guys. G3. What can you do here? I'll play old school. I play this line with d5, which nowadays has a shady reputation. Most strong players play c6 followed by d5 and this more symmetrical structure. I grew up looking at these positions, and I'm not sure they've really been refuted. It's just, it looks somewhat wrong because white gets the central majority, this open diagonal, so it always feels a bit fishy to go for this stuff, but I'm not aware, and I also really haven't checked theory here for a while, of any published refutations. Rook e8 in the old days used to be considered clever, sort of waiting for e5 until white plays b3 or some move like that. And here there's been all kinds of weird suggestions. I think knight h4 was given in the Avro book, but I didn't really buy that. And they've played every move under the sun here. Rook e1, queen e2, queen c2, h3. We'll see what Ilya Joker comes up with. He goes h3. Now, I wish I could remember. Do you go e5 here? Or do you not? e5, d5, e4, does that make any sense? Not sure. Let's think this through. e4, dc, queen d1, rook d1, ef, bishop f. Doesn't look great, does it? Let's think it through again. e4, dc. Still doesn't look great. Then I should do something else. I have a feeling it's e4 here. It's not e4. Ugh, more thinking required. e4, dc6, ef3. Still don't like it. Queen d1, rook d1, ef, bishop f. Doesn't get any better. All right. Then time to stop staring at it and play some other move. Knight a5. Knight a5 looks very odd too. Maybe knight b4 is the way. I'm not sure. Study some theory, Jan. See, Ilya Joker? Blitzing out queen c2. Not a care in the world. Is this all normal? I wish I knew. He's playing it very convincingly. Gotta give him that. Looks like he's seen it all before. Never really had a doubt. d2, stop playing so quickly. It's making me anxious. Let's think. Think about it. Ooh, can I take the pawn? That's normally my level of thinking about stuff. Looks insanely risky. Probably bad. That would be very sad if I could not take the pawn. I really want to. I also shouldn't lose on time. Screw it. Give me the pawn. Then we'll think about it. I'm feeling there's trouble headed my way in form of some bishop f1. So, time to focus. a4 again. Queen b4, a5, knight d2, bishop d2, queen c4. I don't see how I lose yet. Ugh, all this hard thinking just for a slightly worse endgame. Boring. Or is it much worse? Doesn't look so bad, but there's some issues. Your position has some issues, sir. Knight 7 is a weird move. I couldn't see a good move, so I went with a weird one. Time to speed up too. So much pressure put by Ilya Joker. All of this thinking is hurting my head. Can't allow knight d6. That much I felt certain of. Or about. I'm expecting g4, which I will meet by knight d5, because I no longer have time to think. I'm expecting rook c5, which I will meet by bishop e6, because I no longer have time to think. But he's thinking, which is good. Rook a7 doesn't work because of bishop e4 and knight c3, but I figured Mr. Joker might see that. Now probably knight g5, but it's already getting a bit messier, which is good news. I want bishop f8, but that runs into some knight f6 issues, so not gonna be able to do it. So I'll go for h6, f5 or whatnot. Okay, I've done the speeding up part. Not sure I've done the playing well part, but you really can't ask for everything. Now I have to address the threat of rook d5. Now I have to address some other threat. All these threats position should be around equal by now, I guess. But I'll find a way to mess it up effortlessly. Yep, already on it. Not sure why I had to give that a7 pawn. No real threats over here. You could even say I lost the threat. Stop taking all my pawns, sir. He's saying he won't stop. That's upsetting. Then it's cheapo time. Ladies and gentlemen, today he avoided my cheapo. That's so unfair. This is so unfair. Bishops everywhere just because I wear black and yellow, black and yellow. I believe I won this race. Ilya Joker dominated 90% of the game, has to be said in fairness. Even here he found a very good practical solution. This rook takes d5, king d5, ef4, which I'm not sure. Probably king d4 is wrong. Probably I should go king e6 and maybe have some drawing chances, who knows. But yeah, up till here he played extremely well. Just instead of king g3, h4, some move that doesn't blunder the bishop. And I'm not sure if black can draw this. I would guess it's gonna be very tough. So yeah, sorry about that. Not that sorry, obviously. But good game. Let's play more chess. Another international master? Wow, what's going on today? G3 by Super Jesus. Oh, there's a bullet game? Thanks for the non-warning, Mr. Super Jesus. Bullet games are great for Banter Blitzing because you can do all this talking while you're playing. Oops, that would be a risky pre-move. I've had some of those in the not very distant past. Should have 8 was stupid. What? It's bullet. Just make moves. That guy is so fast. Faster than the speed of light. Maybe that's why he challenged. me to a 1 minute game because he wants to use his quickness, his unmatched ability for thinking quickly, which I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm not very fast in the head. I believe that was a well-earned draw after stellar play by both sides. All right, let's play more games. How about Chess Charlie? Where is Mr. Chess Charlie? From Belgium. Whoa. Didn't know they played chess in Belgium. I kid. Chess Charlie, are you there? Or did you get trapped in that chocolate factory? There he is. E4. Horse is out. I'll go full Magnus Carlsen. Oh no, I think he plays knight f6 here, but he played queen a5 after 2c3, I believe. So it's a move that should be close to his heart. I thought of this line when I was like 12, and I was very proud of myself for having invented my own Sicilian. The queen a5 Sicilian. The pawn is attacked. The problem is it's probably very bad. After knight b3, queen c7, whatever, knight d5. But still, I will claim rightful ownership of this very deep queen a5 check idea. And now, Chess Charlie is in some trouble. I'm being told that no one gets trapped in the chocolate factory. What would you call it? Killed? I'm sure people will get upset for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory spoiler. And I have to admit, I'm not much of an expert. I've never seen the original classic movie. I've only seen the Johnny Depp one. I think I read the book Roald Dahl when I was a very young man. See, now that I've admitted, I don't really read much. I feel like I have to establish book reading credentials again. And I'm down to kids' books. A3. Pawn here. Should I take or should I go here? What am I missing in the chat? Oh, our dear friend Lawrence Trent is blessing the chat with his presence. How you doing, Mr. Trent? There's a debate if I blocked Lawrence. No. I'm more the passive-aggressive type. I mute people. I don't block them. You know, I don't thrive in open confrontation. Burns420 is saying the Johnny Depp Charlie and the Chocolate Factory doesn't count. Only one is the original. Yeah, fair enough. I haven't seen it, so I can't really weigh in on on that topic. Can't take here. Kind of want to take. Does this work? ba, queen a3, king d2, check, king e1. Don't know how this continues. This check I have anticipated, but I believe you only get one check. So it's not the end of the world. Lawrence Trent is saying, I was muted. No, you can't mute people on Chess24, can you? I don't know how stuff works. Knight h5, I didn't see that either. It's threatening checkmate. It's sort of unpleasant. Looks like I have to go here. This I can take. And Chess Charlie has seen enough. Thank you for the game, Mr. Chess Charlie. Wow, we have French members now with this French site. And many people want to have a French member. So let's play against Kapora Lorty. Plays e4 as well. I shall go to Caro. Is this what the cool kids do now? Vichy, he played knight f6 and queen c7, I believe. If you go knight f6 here, it's of course the main line, then bishop f4. It's not so easy to generate anything, so dudes have been experimenting with these early queen c7s. But I believe the trend has shifted from knight c6, queen c7 to knight f6, queen c7. Can't say I'm aware of all the subtleties, but I did notice that happening. And Norda Tau is saying, it's quiet here, but he does read both Chess24 and Twitch chat, I'm pretty sure. I do. I gotta do something. As you can see, I'm clearly not focusing on the chess or the banter. So I read every word written in chat. Queen c2. If I see on a queen on a c file, I put a rook. Now there's some knight b4 ideas, maybe in the distant future after I castled and did some more boring moves. Oh man, I really gotta step it up today. Sorry for the low energy. Jeb Bush style. No, I shouldn't. Was he the guy? I can't remember. I have like the German commentary of the FIDE Grand Prix and maybe this German Masters thing ahead of me. It starts in an hour. So I really need to find some, I don't know, caffeine. Unfortunately, I don't really do any stronger drugs, but I need something to make it through the day. Or hopefully, our friend Steve Berger from the beautiful city of Berlin can carry the load today and bring the banter during that German show. I don't know why I'm so tired. I slept well. I guess we'll chalk it up to just general Weltschmerz. Kapora Lorty is playing, all right here, but hasn't accomplished all that much. Pieces are out. I will probably go for this minority attack. b5, and in the distant future or near future, play b4 and try to create a weakness somewhere on b2 or c3 or wherever. Knight b3. I will ignore that kind invitation to trade the knights and keep the horses on the board. I learned an expression this morning from Jordan van Foreest, of all people. who tweeted, "I am off to see a man about a horse," something like that. Didn't know that expression. Which saddened me greatly, because I am one of the biggest BoJack Horseman fans out there. So if I miss horse references, it's upsetting. Rook CD1. I guess it's time for this B4 business, which I announced. Here we see the minority attack, not to be confused with the Tom Cruise movie, in its full glory. Now the pawn on C3 cannot capture because the queen would fall, and it's even very hard to defend it. I think only knight B1 does the trick, after which, if black were to capture on C3, white would remain with the weak pawn either on C3 or on D4, depending how he recaptures. Hyman is saying, haven't you seen Good Will Hunting? I've seen Good Will Hunting, I thought about this, but he's saying, I'm off to see about a girl. He doesn't say, I'm off to see a man about a horse, which was very new to me. Alright, A5 was probably sort of stupid, because now if I take and he takes with the knight gains access to this B5 square. But what's done is done. So Dodgy is saying it's a common phrase in my house. I'm still confused about the nature of Mr. Dodgy's horse collecting. I have a feeling I might go horse today, because I've been talking too much nonsense these days. Maybe that's why I'm so low energy. I don't know. What's happening on Twitch? Are you out there, Twitchers? 2047 viewers, I really gotta step it up. Next game, I promise, will be very educational. Full of chess tips, no blunders, no hanging rooks, no horses with no name, no Weltschmerz, no Game of Thrones talk, no NBA references, no John Wick spoilers. I won't reveal if he kills anybody in John Wick 1, 2 or 3. So stay tuned for the next game. This horse is doomed. It can give one more check, but after king f8, it would meet its maker. What else am I not gonna do in the next video? Won't speak any French. No silly wordplay. Maybe some Dutch. I should be allowed to curse a bit in Dutch. That much freedom I do deserve in show number 183. I have a feeling Dutch talk should be encouraged. Oh, and let's play Grandmaster. That will make it even more exciting. A Grandmaster of the chess. Pro Wizard. I know who Pro Wizard is, but I think he's very protective of his identity, because we're online. We don't want people to know who we really are, what we really think. Why do you think I'm talking nonsense non-stop? My true thoughts are just too dark. Therefore, not gonna be mentioning it. Knight c3, is that what Magnus did recently? I can't recall. D. How do you do this? Ugh, I don't know. I don't remember, Pro Wizard. These Grandmasters and their tricky chess lines. Very upsetting. I think this was a position where either d6 or castles was wrong. And I couldn't remember which one. So I had like a 50-50 chance, which is not bad. Alright, so this looks boring, which is good. Sort of standard nonsense, I guess I'll take. Or is ED a problem? We'll find out. He takes with the bishop, and I'll bring the horsey around like Mr. Dodgy does every other day. I guess he'll play d4. I'll go here, and we'll all be a little more bored. Oh, did I say no horse talk? I forgot what I'm not allowed to speak about. So yeah, this is whatever, blah blah. Very exciting game. Complex structure. I will allow him to double my pawns. And hopefully, in return, I will be able to generate some play on whatever that side of the board where the king is called. I think it's queen side, but sometimes I mix these things up. DE, I guess DE, because my knight could jump to f4. Therefore, I see no particular need to exchange it. 95 looked fine and equal, but I can't really see anything too wrong with DE either. So here we are. Pro Wizard now probably won't want to allow me to take on e3 and double the pawns. So I guess he'll take on b6 or play. Oh no, he doesn't mind allowing me that. Alright, do I want to do it is another question. Generally, I'm more of a bishop fetishist than a double pawn I'm not a pawn fetishist. I know, that wasn't funny. I apologize. I don't know, bishop e3 looked promising. I will go knight f4. Not sure if I will regret this decision for the rest of my days or not. Now what do I need to do? I need to, I don't know, activate some of my pieces. Maybe I'll hint at f5, just to scare him. He can't take on b5 because of bishop f2. There's also some ideas with bishop h3 followed by queen g3 at some point, but it doesn't really seem to do much yet. And Pro Wizard, being the grandmaster that he is, does not allow me any of that. That's so hurtful. Okay, so what to do next? I could play it boringly with c6, bishop c7, but that does look very boring. f5, ef, I don't really see how to proceed just yet. Bishop b7 could be an option. Not sure if this is the right diagonal. But who knows anything? Sometimes we gotta make choices and live with them. He's thinking about queen b5, which maybe I should have thought about too when I played bishop b7. But I did not. Doesn't look like the end of the world. Even rook e8 and e4 is still hanging, but I should still have considered it. I thought queen b5, bishop e4, and black is just better, but he does have queen takes e5, and it doesn't look like black is better there, frankly. But Mr. Wizard decides against it. Now I shall cover that pawn, because it made me anxious to have it hanging out there in the open. g3 is forcing me to go back. Rook d1 is not forcing me to go anywhere. So we'll just continue to make random little moves. Not sure if g6, king g7 is a big improvement of my position, but I believe Kramnik once said, if you don't know what to do, and obviously I don't know what to do, go g6, king g7. g7, e8, who knows? Maybe here. But wait, did you have a plan? I didn't expect you to have a plan, Pro Wizard. That's so rude, to think about stuff. Looks like he has it all figured out. It's upsetting. What do I want to do? I probably want to put my bishop here one day. Maybe I can see if he blunders material if I go b4, cb, bishop a6, but I have a feeling he probably won't. So I'll put the bishop here to cover some more squares. And he wants to go b4 to fight for some more squares. Ugh. Isn't this exciting? I'll go h5 to give up some more squares. Or maybe not. I'll go here. Don't want to wait for b4. I'll go before he goes b4. Do I go h5 or don't I? h4, bishop g4, knight g5. Not sure if that helps me or doesn't. I guess it's just an equal dull position. And I'll simplify further to make it equaler and duller. Duller, dollar bill, yeah. Slowly, the time has come to speed up a little bit, maybe? It's not very desperate yet. I guess he can take on e5, but after queen e5, queen e4, at least I'm not worse. I'm not sure if I'm better. Knight d2, where do you go from there? You want to go knight g4? You want to provoke h5? What do you want from me? Alright, I guess I'll bite. Is this a good move or a horrible move? I don't know. I have so many doubts. Queen d3, more deep stuff. Exciting game. I know. The action is breathtaking. f6, note to self, don't blunder any queen g8 checkmates. Thanks, Jan, noted. We're slowly entering the speeded up phase of this game. I guess I should put my bishop on an active square for a change. Whoa, g4. He wants action. All right. He was looking for some action, but all he got were cigarettes and alcohol. I took a pawn. That's good. My bishop is pinned. That's bad. So there's good and bad here. Missed that. Whoa, why is it a threefold? Because I gave this queen c1. That's a pity. I have more pawns. But yeah, I guess draw is a fair result of this very boring game. Thank you, Mr. Pro Wizard. Anyway, I think that was a properly boring high-level game where pieces were exchanged. I even got the two bishops and arguably was better at some point. But then, not the first time in my career, I blundered into a threefold repetition. Ugh. What time is it? Two more games. Let's find Blish. Find Blish? What is that? Let's play Find Blish. More boring stuff. I am playing an anti-Grunfeld move order. So you can't go d5 early on. That's why you start with e4 and then play d4. He goes for the King's Indian. And I will bite and play a main line. This is a line of my youth, the bayonet attack. Kramnik was crushing fools with it left and right in the late 90s, early 2000s. He used to play bishop a3, but I think nowadays ways and methods have been found to deal with this bishop a3. So what I'll do is whatever comes to mind instead. Amigo Alex is saying, never seen Jan so bored before. No, I'm not bored. I'm just, I'm low energy today. I don't know why. I feel bad for it. But I don't know how to turn it around. What shall I do here, for example? He's attacking me. Do I go here? Is that a good move? I'm not so sure. So many doubts in my mind. Finn Blish, what are you doing to me? Amigo Alex is saying, perhaps have some chocolate or caffeine. Yeah, I don't know. I can't switch it on. I can't switch it on today. Zechstein is asking, have you heard of coffee? I'm literally drinking coffee as I speak. Rian Briggs is asking, how do you like your coffee? I'm German, so a lot of milk, little coffee in there. Maybe that's the mistake. Maybe there should be more caffeine in the thing. I'll try to do some doping before we do this German commentary thing at 2 today, because this is unacceptable. Ugh, I'm annoyed about that threefold in the last game, because I'm so slow. Not saying I would have won without it, but it was still stupid. C5, very deep. Give me that. This is not the show for deep moves. This is the show where we throw something against the wall and hope it sticks. Action. Another sort of pointless move. I'm hoping for DC Queen B3 check. But if he goes Knight D4, I'm not really sure what the F I'm doing. Calculating. Sleepy Mario is saying, I don't think he's reading this, or at least not answering to it. That is a fair point, Sleepy Mario. Amigo Alex is saying, Jan, watch Giro d'Italia. Today is supposed to be the best stage. What's that, cycling? Are they still doping in cycling? I stopped watching when the doping, got less main stage. I lost interest. What's the situation? They're faster than ever before, right? But no, I haven't followed any cycling, Tour de France or whatever, since the glory days of Jan Ullrich, Lance Armstrong, Bjarne Riis, showing my age here, Greg LeMond. So I'm not up to date. I've watched Tour de Pharmacy, this Andy Samberg thing, which was funny, but less funny than 7 Days in Hell, the mockumentary they did on tennis. I also, the other night, I watched, I don't know what it's called, but this Lonely Island, the Andy Samberg new Netflix special about 2 baseball players in, I guess it was the late 70s, early 80s. Jose Cantero and Mark McGuire. I know nothing about baseball, but it was hilarious. Amigo Alex is saying, doping not so much. Ulrich and Armstrong was the worst age. I think nowadays Lance Armstrong probably won't even sue us for the statement anymore. Or does he still do it? I'm not up to date with that stuff. Does he still sue everybody who implicates or testifies that he did dope? Or has that ended? Right now, cycling is a lot more fair and exciting. I was very excited when Ulle as we call him, turned on the turbo and rushed up Alpe d'Huez in the old days. This is a good pre-move. See, I was anticipating my next pre-move. So what's going on now? He will have a queen. I will have 2 rooks. He will have 4 pawns. I will have 4 pawns. So materialistically speaking, I'm maybe slightly ahead, even though it's very close to balanced. I do believe that 2 rooks should be superior in this position. And I'm trying to figure out what to do. I'm wondering about bishop e6. I guess I should take rook a8, bishop f8. Rook f8, king to g7. But I don't like it that much. I think the passed d pawn should be enough of a counterweight there for black to hold the position. So I should think about doing something else. But what? What exactly? Maybe rook here. Generally I want to sneak this rook onto the 8th rank somehow. But I need to find some way to do it. I was hoping d3, rook d7 would work for me. Or e4, rook d7. Bishop f6 is probably a very sensible decision, stopping me from reaching that 8th rank with devastating effect. So back to the drawing board and let's prepare for the long grind, as I like to call it, of making moves and then waiting for black's flag to fall. In my defense, I am still doing pretty much all right in the position. I'm not sure if it's winning. Probably after I blundered queen before, it's no longer winning. But I'm still doing okay. Just need to be a little precise now. Ugh. The point is queen e4, rook b8, and checkmate is looming. While after d1 queen, oh, that's a clever move. I missed that. He offers a draw. Of course I can't take that because there is still a very serious chance of flagging here. But d1 queen I did miss. I was getting a bit full of myself for my deep calculation there. But I should have anticipated that, I guess. Ugh, that looks like a lot of checks incoming. I should try not to run into self-made records. Oh, that's not a check. I thought it was a check, but it wasn't. I don't have enough checks yet. Still need to make more money. That's a painful one. And yeah, good game by Banter Blitz. I was very proud of myself for my great calculating skills here. When I went d2, maybe a piece is already gone, maybe it was too late. When I went d2, rook to b1. But this is sort of a cute motive. He can't take due to rook b8. But d1, queen check, distracts one of my rooks from doing that job. After rook bd1, queen e4, there's no longer rook b8. And after rook dd1, queen e4, this rook no longer covers the 7th rank. So yeah, well spotted by Banter Blitz. Sorry for the flagging and all that. Alright, last game. How about this guy? Mr. Fluffington, how you doing, sir? Should I play my queen a5 pet line again? I'm not sure how good it is. I guess there's only one way to find out. think knight b3 and knight d5. It's a serious issue with it. But such is life. You make bad moves, you get punished. You move on and you make other moves. Now that he's done all this subtle stuff, how bad can it be? It's sort of a normal Sicilian, no? I'll develop the pieces. Bishop e7. Probably short castles. Then I'll try not to get checkmated. He's moving his bishop again, so it doesn't look like all his moves are fully on point either. Even though, yeah, it's a logical setup. Bishop d3, hinting at e5. h3, I'm not sure I like. Alright, time to make my one token active move. I want to go d5 maybe. After e5. I was hoping I could jump to e4, even though I'm not sure if that's great. I could also pretend to show deep chess understanding and give a pawn with d4. Is that good? Not sure. It looks like smart stuff, so that has to count for something. Probably I'm just bleeding pawns here. I just want this bishop to have a clean view of the proceedings. What's going on? Pawn down, that's bad news. Bishops, it's good news. Gotta pay attention to f5, that's bad news. So the overall balance is probably not great, but okay. It's not too bad either. Did I mention gotta pay attention to f5? Yeah, that was ages ago. Ugh, this is not going well. EF knight f5 looks really dangerous, no? Focus, Jan. I always tell myself to focus when it's too late. That's a problem I have. Alright, I don't want to lose the last game. I'll be in an even crankier mood than I already am today. So, is there anything I can do about that? Bishop f8, knight g7 looks sort of unpleasant. So I guess I'll have to go here with a very heavy heart. And then intensely stare at the position, hoping that all this staring will make good things happen. Nope, no results of the staring just yet. Position still bad. Knight f6, so aggressive, fluffy. You have such a cute name, I thought we were friends. And then you just checkmate me? That's not very nice. It's also so easy to play. Is it too late to focus? Maybe it's just too late. Let's play a beautiful move like rook h8. That's what the position is asking for. I want some normal move like rook d8, but then there were too many bad news. Now this rook, you could argue, somewhat misplaced. Nah, so far I'm just getting crushed, let's face it. So if you're gonna get crushed, at least get crushed quickly. Because if I start thinking about my miserable position and also fall way behind on the clock, it won't increase my chances. Probably actually it's better to not look at the board at all, because it's depressing. It's a sad, sad situation. Bishop g5, for example. It is fairly hopeless. You think about it, Fluffy. Knight f4? Do you really want to draw? I'm not going to make a draw, even though my situation is very, very desperate. Because I don't want to. So I will take a pawn instead. Queen g4 is somewhat unpleasant, but so is rook b1. Now my position kind of suffers from the fact that the rook is on h8 and not really contributing. Often, if you have a completely lost position, there just are no good moves. It's the strangest thing. But, Fluffy, you better think about this. Queen h4, queen e3 is a really checkmate. Are you sure? Did you calculate till the end? Oh, this he can take. Ugh, that's unfortunate. Good job, Mr. Fluffington. I'll allow checkmate on the board, because that's the sportsmanlike thing to do. And then smile. Oh boy. Nah, good game by Mr. Fluffington. And yeah, queen takes b2. Was not a good idea, but the position itself was not a very good idea. So this was today's very cheerful Banter Blitz edition. I will now go get my hands on as much caffeine as I can get, because in half an hour we're starting the German live commentary of the FIDE Grand Prix, and hopefully there I will spot all the tactics within milliseconds. Oh yeah, I should do more plugging for our Norway chess show, which will be in June. The Blitz starts June 3rd, the super tournament with most of the best players in the world, except Anish Giri. I'll say it, he's one of the best players in the world. But Carlsen is there, Caruana, all these dudes. So if you want to watch it, you have to be a Chess24 premium member, because it's a premium show. We get cameras from on-site, and we get the great Peter Svidler and this very, very handsome young man who does not look like a frog at all. So anyway, if you just want to watch that show, you can do a monthly premium membership, and you get a free month on top with the bonus code Norway 2019 minus trial. Or you can do this. If you don't do the minus trial for a yearly membership, you get 3 extra months. All these months. This is like added lifetime or taken lifetime. I don't know how stuff works. Do I have another screen? This one? Oh yeah, there's the hoodie. The hoodie is there as well. If you get a 1-year membership, you can get a gorgeous Chess24 hoodie. That's all the plugging. I do hope they will have some company during Norway Chess, because if you leave the Svitster and me alone in a room, things can get awkward, and I don't enjoy awkwardness one bit. So thank you guys so much for watching this show. Sorry for my very weird mood. Next time it will be cheerful, happy-go-lucky Jan again. Promise. See you whenever.